everyone, wherever you're watching us from. My name is Emmanuel Akaiso, and you're welcome to Youth Arise Chatline. It's so amazing to have you guys join us today. And guess what? Today is a pre-recorded show, so it means that there's going to be so much of gist, so much of fun, so much of life that's going to take place today. How are you doing, and how's your life been? How is everything with you today? On today's show, we're going to be talking about ending the year the right way. 2021 has been a very, permit me to use the word, a very ballistic year for every one of us. But we need to learn how to end the year the right way. And with me in the studios today is an amazing brother of mine who will be introducing himself in the next few seconds. So over to you, sir.
A beautiful evening to you all here on the Youth Arise Chatline.
Yeah.
Bringing you the gist of today. My name is Francis Obarike, and I'm glad to have you join us on the show today.
As you can see, he's a very prominent man. He's a serial businessman. He's trying to be humble, so I have to introduce him to you guys. Guys, please do not forget that you can drop a comment in the comment section, and we'll definitely get back to the comments, when the show goes live very soon. I just want to ask you, sir, today, how are you doing? And you're free to ask me questions back to back.
Of course.
Because it's just the two of us in the show today.
Of course,
so,
it's only two of us. Yeah, we're ready.
So we can ask some questions back to back. So how are you doing? How's been 2021 for you?
Well, I don't need to ask how you're doing. I can see you're doing very well.
Yes, thank you.
You're looking good.
Thanks, thank you.
Well, for me, I'm good.
Okay.
Looking cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I like the brown jacket, the sleeve, and I like the oil on the forehead, It's the oil of gladness.
Of course. That is the oil Bible says, the oil will never run dry.
Okay, so I just want us to go right into it. Today we're talking about ending the year right.
Yeah.
And I know there's been different global phenomena that's taking place in different parts of the world. Guys, what we're talking about now is, can you tell us some of the things that you've experienced or you've seen the world experience in the course of 2021? And people watching us as well, you can drop a comment in the comment section. What is that special thing that you saw happen this year, 2021? So do you want to go first? So.
Well, okay, I'll actually start first.
Okay.
I would say this year wasn't bad, And one of the things I've come to realize is that what is happening this year, or what most of the things that have happened this year, it's what have happened last year, and which is the continuation of what is happening this year. Let's say, of course.
Wait. So what you're trying to say is that we carried 2020 into 2021.
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah. One of them is COVID-19.
Yes, true.
Yeah, so, but the good part of it is that, last year was a very hectic one.
Sure.
A lot of things, a lot of death, and so many people affected.
Yeah.
But the good part of it is this year brought a lot of widespread of immunization. You see that many countries are vaccinated. I could see, I was watching the news caption that almost 80 to 90% of Turkish citizens are all vaccinated. You can see that it's really, really increasing. So I think this is one of the things that happened this year. And also another thing.
Can I just quickly chip in something?
Okay.
Aside the vaccination issue, there were a lot of people that were actually scared about the vaccine. People were like, are you sure this vaccine is working? Because we actually saw some videos where they put metallic, instrument on the body, and it was glued to the body. Yeah. Some people were like, oh, it's just a TikTok trend. Some people were like, it's real, and there was so much commotion. Then there was this TikTok trend where people will be dancing anyhow. By the time you give them the vaccine, they start behaving abnormally when they get home or something. There's another one. They said that the vaccine was going to affect people's men's manhood. You'll not be able to in the other room.
Yeah, I think I actually came across that. And, one of the things again that happened, people, I would say they were scared about it, especially in a Christian world. They see that people are having that incentive that, are you sure that 666 is not coming?
And
that they're using that to bring in Antichrist. Yeah, of course.
It was for me personally, it was very funny because especially for people that are based in Africa, they were always spreading this stuff oh, it's 666, it's satanic, and it was really crazy, and people were in so much confusion as far as the vaccination was concerned. But I think right now it's mellowing down, and people are now adjusting to the new regulations with vaccine, because there's some countries you cannot go to if you're not vaccinated. You have to do PCR test and all of that.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, that's right. And you see that brings to another one of the things that happened this year, which is tourism. You can see that last year the whole everywhere the world was on lockdown. We used the word lockdown, no movement. Even us in our business line we were affected because tourism is part of our business. So we were affected. So because nobody, even if you have the visa, where are you traveling? Which country will open their border for you to travel?
You're gonna travel inside your bedroom.
Actually, well, thank God the world is gradually going back to normalcy.
Yeah.
It is.
Okay.
But to you, do you think the world is actually going back to normalcy because a lot of things are still happening?
Okay, so like for me personally, I do not think the world will go back to the way it was before COVID-19. I feel like we're just going to adjust and adapt to like the new rules. For example, a lot of countries, you still have to wear the nose mask.
Yes.
A lot of countries, you have to do the PCR test. And, there are still claims that the COVID-19 virus is still spreading.
Yeah.
So I just believe that we just have to like adjust to the new normalcy. That's just what I believe. Yeah. So as crazy as it is, we just have to adjust. It is what it is. You just have to adjust. Okay, so for me, I just want to talk about the way the forex market was just going up and down.
Yeah,
it was like really fluctuating. Bitcoin, it will be. I don't know about it. So Bitcoin fanatics, please don't come for me. But like it was just here today, then tomorrow is just up the graph. I don't know what that graph is really about. I'm trying to
let me shock you. Do you know that? I think earlier this year, I would say I was opportune to trade something, but then when the whole thing, I mean, the Bitcoin was on the rise, everything, people were buying more, so I decided to go into it for the first time. All of a sudden, the only thing that comforted me because I didn't trade more, but I see a lot of people went into depression.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Because like a lot of people actually lost a lot of stuff. Like there were people that actually borrowed to actually invest in Bitcoin or cryptocurrency as it may sound, and they ended up losing so much money. Yes. Like there was a particular time, I don't know, I can say this. Do you remember that one of like the highest Bitcoin cryptocurrency guru in this country actually fled? Remember there was a time that it crashed?
I heard the news.
Like they had to arrest, like they were looking for the person to arrest the person.
Of course.
And they were like, a lot of people actually sold your properties to invest in cryptocurrency, and it just went down because, I don't know, maybe Elon Musk did something to it. Yeah. But I really don't understand how that thing works anyways.
Even me too, I'm still yet to understand, but it's just that yes, I'm trading, but I don't really know much about it. I don't.
We are not trading. I'm not trading Bitcoin. I'm only trading my sorrows. I'm trading my sorrows to get joy right now because Bitcoin, I don't understand what that thing is. So which other thing happened in 2021?
Well, I would say recently, because of the incident, a lot of companies were crashed, countries' economy went down. Yeah. But you see, at least I've been following news recently, see that most leaders are traveling, trying to renew ties, business ties with their fellow counterparts and everything. For instance, I watched the president of Turkey visiting for African countries. I think that was last 2 weeks, and I believe it was on business, on trade.
I hope it was actually.
Even I saw President of the United States, Biden, visiting some Africa, some countries in Europe, and even that of China. So I see that because of the COVID-19, so they're trying to see how they can stabilize the economy.
Because like COVID-19 actually affected a lot of economies, and I feel like this is the right time for like countries to come together to help themselves become better. Because no country is an island on its own; they have to work together as a team. That's really powerful. That's really powerful. Okay, so like the one that's really funny to me that I want to talk about is something happened recently in the United Kingdom about the shortage of workers in the UK. I think because of the Brexit stuff, or like maybe they had like such shortage of workers, like some people moved, like some of their workers moved to other countries, so they started looking for truck drivers. I don't know if you heard the gist.
I came across it, but I didn't really go into details.
They're going to give like short-term visas for like 3 months. You come into their country, you work for them for 3 months, then you go, I think maybe after Christmas or New Year. So it was really funny. So people started applying for like the visas to go work in the UK like to work in the farm, to work like as a supplier, like the delivery people for their trucks, and they had like fuel scarcity in the UK, so like they had to employ people. That was one thing that was really trending as well.
But do you think it could be as a result of the Brexit? Because last year, during the COVID-19, a lot of companies laid off staff. So I don't know if it could be as because of the supply now, the demand is high, so they need more laborers to be able to fit this. I don't know. So like I told you that I didn't really go through that
it could, what you're saying is correct. It could be as a result of that as well. Maybe because like COVID happened and like maybe they had like more, maybe there was an increase in population. I didn't know. But like all of a sudden there was like a reduction in fuel supply in the country. They did not have enough truck drivers. There were not enough people to supply food, so they needed people to come work in the UK for just a short term. Then you can go back to your country. So it was something really amazing that happened in the UK. Do you have something else to share?
Well, I would say enough of the whole world.
I actually have another
about ourselves. Now, what about us? To you, what can you say? What happened to you? Although we're still in 2021, but from January up to now, what can you say? What has happened to you?
I don't want to talk about it. No, my 2021. 2021 for me. No, I think this is enough. This is enough for response because like I'm just gonna remember everything. 2021 for me has been crazy. That's the word. Like I can't even try to modify it. It's been crazy. From one difficulty to another, from one, it's like as I'm finishing from one, I'm entering the next one. It's like I'm finishing from this, I'm entering the next one. And I'm sure during the course of this show as well, I'm going to share like some personal things that really happened to me. But 2021, I learned so much in a very short time. And there was so much of growth. I started new things as well. I made a lot of mistakes as well. I cried. In fact, I was telling somebody yesterday that I cried more this year than the previous year. Like, no. I'll talk about that. Talk about yourself. I don't want to go there now because we have a lot to talk about. So talk about yourself.
Well, I would say 2021, though it wasn't bad.
Okay.
Yes, I know there are a lot of challenges. You know, after the whole lockdown, I'm a business person. You know, a line of business were affected. Yeah. But I would say gradually, from June, July, things started going back normally because we started receiving tourists and some other things
for your businesses.
Yeah, business. So I would say, and also in my personal life, it was good. Yeah, there are a lot of things, good things happened.
Okay.
Good things happened.
So we're going to share that. But before we go into sharing that, I want us to talk about. I want you to, guys, please also, if you have anything to share, like about how your 2021 has been, you can just drop in the comment section and we will definitely talk about it when we come live on the show. Now, I want to ask you personally, everybody watching us from wherever you're watching in the world, what are the 3 accomplishments you've had this year? Like, what have you accomplished for yourself this year? I know that it may seem as if we're putting pressure on you, but it's not pressure. Because some people may say 2021 has been very bad and I've not accomplished anything. The fact that you are alive is a very big accomplishment because we lost a lot of people this year, but your life is an accomplishment. So don't put pressure on yourself, right? We're just having a conversation today. So like for you personally, can you just mention some of the accomplishments you've had this year, and everybody watching, just drop it in the comment section. Thank you. Yes, Mr. Francis.
Well, I would say, like I said earlier, 2021 wasn't bad.
Yeah.
And I would say one of the achievements I got this year was, I would say that I'm in business and I'm still in business. So that's one of the things
that you achieved.
Yes, I achieved this year. And then another thing is, which is personal, which I wouldn't want to disclose here. I had a lot of achievements.
Yes, so we're going to talk about it.
Of course. When the time comes, of course.
So we're going to talk about it.
I had a lot of achievements this year. It was wonderful. Yeah.
Okay, so for me personally, I think like one of the achievements that I had, as much as it may sound cliche, is the fact that for the first time, Mr. Francis, I was in very big trouble, and the first thing I did was to pray.
Okay.
Now, to other people, you don't understand. Okay, let me explain like this. When I'm in trouble, the first thing I try to do is try to fix that problem. Like, who do I have to call? What do I have to do? Who do I have to talk to make sure that I solve that problem? But then after I've spoken to somebody, that's when I pray. Right. But for the first time this year, I was like series of, which some of them I'm going to share with you guys because I'm very transparent. I was in series of like troubles, the first thing I did, and in fact, I clapped for myself. The first thing I did before thinking about anything was that I knelt down. I was like, Lord, fix this.
Wow.
Because if I fix this, I'm gonna remove
Crash.
something.
You're gonna crash on the way.
So that's one big accomplishment for me. So it was like, God, I'm putting you first before the situation, and that was something that was really big for me. Aside other things that we'll also share during the course of the show.
Yeah.
You want to say something?
Well, I wouldn't say much, but one of the things that I do not regret, but I rather say give thanks to God, which is I don't know about I actually shared as a testimony, which is my brother. God, I believe most people around me could see that period it was a very big problem, but God saw me through. It wasn't all about the money, but God intervened, and I believe that that actually served as a lesson to him because of the life maybe he was living or something like that. But I really thank God that the year wasn't bad though. It wasn't.
Yeah.
It was a testimony.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that. I also really want to thank God that this year we had our 1 year anniversary, UTRS Chatline. We had anniversary this year.
Of course. It was amazing.
A
lot of people. We did.
So amazing.
I'm telling you, it was amazing.
I think we should,
one of its kind.
Yeah, I think we should like put the pictures maybe like on video or something. Like you guys will see that. It's on our YouTube channel and on Facebook, so you can go watch that. It was really amazing. We had a 1 year celebration, and we had a lot of people come celebrate with us. So it was mind blowing. We even had like new people join UTRS Chatline.
And guess what? Also, there were awards.
Yeah, we gave awards.
Of course, yeah. So, it's not easy. So I want to remind you and encourage you. So don't just think that you're doing it in vain. Just be rest assured that something big awaits you. Yeah,
something huge. Something huge is coming. Really amazing. Okay, so we have a few games, and as much as they are games, I feel like I wouldn't call them games. I want to call like personal questions that like of things you went through this year. So I just want us to go into that before we now go to the lessons we've learned, this year. So I just want us to take them one by one. So let's take something. Take the first one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What an obstacle you've overcome this year? Well, the obstacle.
An obstacle you've overcome this year. That's the question, right?
Yes.
Okay.
To me, is that a question?
Yes, to you. Hey God. The president.
That question is tough.
Yes, please. Just share with us.
Obstacle I've overcome.
And for those watching online as well, what obstacle did you overcome this year, 2021, for you personally? Yes.
Well, I would say that one of the obstacles that I overcame this year was there are a lot of them. I am just trying to. Maybe I can start from you.
Hey.
Maybe before then, I will remember. There are a lot of things that happened this year. So probably I can start. Maybe you can start the next question, which is the most fun.
Okay.
That's it.
Let me say something about the obstacle for me personally. This year, one of the obstacles that I overcame this year is the fact that I was more proud of myself than before. Right? So it's like, it's not like pride, like I'm raising my shoulders that maybe I'm better than other people, no. But like I owned it. Like, okay, God used me to do this. Yes, it's true, it's me. So like I became more proud of myself, and I was able to like give myself a lot of self-motivational talks, because like sometimes I'm in certain situations which we'll talk about in the course of the show, and I'm like, I look at myself, I'm like, Emmanuel, you will pull through this. You would survive this. You would do better in this situation. So that's one thing. But last year for me was like depression back to back to back. But this year it was easier because I saw the symptoms. I'm like, no, I will not let myself fall into that seat of depression. I will not fall into that trap. I know what to do. Emmanuel, I'm proud of you. I confess the word of God more. And I was able to bring the word of God like personally. Okay, for example, on my phone, my screensaver, I have a word, like a personal scripture that God has for me in this season. So I was able to like shock myself in different places so that I don't slip into depression, because this year was really crazy. And if we were not careful, we could have slipped into that. And once you slip into depression, then that's what the devil uses to shut your mouth from talking to God and changing your destiny. So you have to be very careful. So for me, that was one obstacle that I overcame this year.
Wow.
Yeah. You want to share now? No. Okay, so let's move to the next one.
Wow. Well, let me.
You want to add to that, right?
Maybe I can add.
Okay, add something.
Our obstacles are the same.
Yeah.
It seems. one of the things I would say, one of the things that also happened to me this year, I learned to make.
Why is your face like this?
Seriously,
Okay,
I could feel. So one of the things I would learn to take decisions. Yeah, because before now I find difficult to take. I was strong decisions. There are different type of decisions. There are decisions that you can take and you will stick to that decision that yes, this is what you want. Decision that affects your future, not just anyhow decisions. So that is one of the things that happened. I was able to make decisions and which even up to now I know that when the time comes, it will be I will share it as a testimony, which is one of the achievements. So it is really one of the obstacles that happened to me this year.
Awesome stuff. Okay. So I just want to ask the people watching, what are the obstacles you've overcome this year? You can just drop them in the comment section and we'll definitely talk about it during the course of the show. Another thing I want us to talk about is, what is the most fun you've had this year? Like the most fun you've had this year. For me personally, this year, I think it was in February, I went on a tour with like a couple of friends, and we went to a very amazing place. They had like this snow mountains, and they had like this, I've forgotten the name, is it like, sliding like this rope thing. Like, it was fun. We took so many pictures. We did a musical video with Mr. Adewale, Miss Femi, Miss Titi, Mr. Benjamin as well, myself. Like, it was really fun. Then this year, I tried as much as possible to go for a lot of parties. Like, I went for party. Like, somebody's doing a party, I'll just go. Good parties, actually, yes, good parties. So, like, I went for parties. I went for like birthday celebrations. So it was really good for me this year. And okay, so yes, I think that those were the fun things that I did this year.
Wow.
And also, like, in the youth fellowship, we had like picnics. We had amazing stuff as well. So yes, it was fun. Although I thought I was going to travel this year, but I couldn't because of the restrictions. But yeah, yes.
Do you know that you've actually had the fun you're meant to have in 4 years? I'm just having it in 1 year. That's a lot. To me, well, most of the times my friends will tell me, Mr. Francis, why can't you take yourself out?
Like, I don't understand.
People start telling me, I don't have.
You have to go
out.
Why
can't you take yourself out?
You have to.
What are you doing every day? You work, morning walk, afternoon walk. To me, I don't think I have much fun this year, but though I took myself out.
Please, I went out. Excuse me, guys, I want to ask a question. Where did you go to when you went out?
Don't worry, but I went out.
Where did you go to? Did you go to a restaurant to go eat something? Where did you go to?
I traveled.
To where? Oh, that's true! But
I traveled.
How many pictures did you take when you traveled? Or you were the one taking people pictures and videos?
All of the above. All of the above.
Okay. Okay, so we're getting to the emotional part of this for me. What's the biggest challenge you faced this year?
Well, the biggest challenge is still, also trying to make more decisions, because I'm the kind of person that I'm still learning. I would say thanks to my partner, Mr. Peter Obahe. I would say he's a very focused person. So most of the times I learn from him, which is I have this fear most of the time, decisions that will affect you, but in business. So this is one of the biggest challenge I had, which I'm trying as much as I can to build more, so that it will help me in the future, because decision is one of the things that you don't joke with. Once you make a decision, you stick by it, because if you're ready to take a risk, that is the decision we're talking about. So that's one of the biggest challenge I had. And then another thing, which is family. Family had a lot of problems, challenges coming here and there. But thanks to God that we're able to get through.
Okay, so that's really amazing. For me, guys, I'm also asking this question. So what was the biggest challenge that you faced in the year 2021? You can just drop them in the comment section and we'll talk about them. For me personally, it was when I lost my job.
Wow,
I know some people are going to watch this and they'll be surprised. Yes. So for me this year, the biggest challenge I faced was when I lost my job. And I lost my job in the season where I helped a lot of people get jobs. So it was like, somebody that is helping people get jobs, why would you lose your job? And I lost my job in the middle of the academic semester. So it's like a few weeks back anyways. So my company just, where I work just closed down, and, the salaries that they're owing for like 3 months was not paid. And it was like a very challenging moment, because it was not because I did not have a job that was challenging. It was the fact that the devil banked on the fact that, look at you helping people get jobs, you're jobless. Oh. And that was something that really hit me. I'm over it now, but like that was something that really, really hit me. I still had to come to church.
That's it.
I still had to come to church. In fact, I had invitations to preach in like different places. I had my online platform, my programs as well. I still had to do those things, but like I was doing them with the fact that I was broke. Like there was nothing, you know. But I thank God for amazing people. Like I couldn't pay my rent, I couldn't buy stuff for my house, and I just want to say thank you to you.
Really?
There's something I wanted to say thank you for.
Wow.
That was something you did. I refused to say thank you to you today because I knew we were gonna have this show.
Wow, really?
You gave my flatmate foodstuffs to give to me.
Really?
Can you remember?
I can't remember.
No, because
that was in my dream.
No, I'm serious. Like it told me that you gave him foodstuffs to give to me, like as if you knew that I was broke, that like I didn't have food in my house. Like I'm really serious right now. Wow. Like he told me that, and you know, you were really helpful during that process, especially with like my mindset. It was like the devil was like, you won't get another job, like it will not happen, this and that. But like I just kept coming, I just held on to the word. So it was like the most challenging thing that happened to me. So for some people that ask certain questions, yes, this was some of the things. That period I was also sick, I had issues like school, you know, a lot of things were there. I'll share that one later, don't worry, I'm gonna share that one later. So yes, that's what I want to share now. That's like the most challenging thing that happened to me this year.
Well, that was a tough one.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people went through the same situation. Yeah. A lot of people.
But you know,
please feel free to share your own experience. You know, sometimes encouragement, as they say, is the best teacher. So feel free to share your own experience so that you can get encouragement from someone. Maybe you can be encouraged by someone's story. Please, it's very important.
Yeah. And I pull through. I'm here, so you pull through anything you're facing.
Yeah.
We definitely pull through. Okay, so what's like your favorite movie this year? What movie did you see this year like that you liked? Not all those old movies that you
Do I even watch? That's the thing.
So which one? Is it on Netflix or your YouTube movies?
YouTube? you know, funny enough, yes. I have so many accounts. I have YouTube, I have a lot of channels, but I subscribe, but I don't watch.
Why? Like
I don't know.
Have the time?
I don't have the time. That's the thing.
Okay, so I think for me, like I've seen like a lot of movies this year, like a lot of movies on Netflix. I can't remember the names. There was this Chinese movie we saw in the cinema. Is it Ching Han? It was Chinese sorcery fighting movie. Then I think Fast and Furious came out this year. Yeah, Fast and Furious. Yeah. Fast and Furious came out this year. It came out this year. I think Fast and Furious 10. I don't know the number, but it came out this year. It was this year. Good. It was this year, and it was really amazing. I had a lot of movies on Netflix that came out as well. Greenleaf came out this year. A lot of love romantic movies came out this year. It was really nice. Yeah, I had a lot of nice movies that came out this year. Wow. Guys, you can also drop your own. What was the movie that you really enjoyed this year that came out for you, that touched you greatly this year? And a TV show. Do you have any TV show?
Yeah,
you watch?
There are a lot of them. I think I can remember actually 2 TV shows that most of the times I feel I can't even think. It's actually in the US, but
okay,
you
can't remember the name.
Yeah.
This year for the first time I watched Prison Break.
You know this guy
Steve Harvey?
Yeah, is a South African guy.
Oh no.
Is that his name? I think it's a Steve.
Yeah, I think is it Steve? South African. Oh.
It's a South African guy.
His name is coming to my head and it's going.
I actually sometimes I like following that guy.
Is it Steve Follick? No, it's not Steve Follick. No, Stephen Follick is the pastor. I'm remembering his name. His name is South African. Is mixed color. I can't remember his name, but I know what you're talking about. I can't remember his name, but I know what you're talking about.
Most of the times I follow his shows.
So he has like this show on YouTube that is interesting, right?
Not just on YouTube and
on Netflix too.
Netflix,
yeah, he released this movie. I don't know why I can't remember his name. I wish I could. I really wish I could remember his name. Okay, so the next thing, what's the best thing you bought for yourself this year?
A lot of them.
Like what?
I bought shoes for myself. I bought shoes for myself.
If you go to this man's house, his shoes is as tall as this. Like,
have you been to my house?
Excuse you. His shoe rack is tall. Like, some shoes cannot get into the rack anymore. And I'm like, how many shoes would you wear every day? Like, is it that you like shoes or?
I don't know what you're talking about. But the thing, you asked the question, I bought shoes for myself, clothes for myself. Yeah. You know, I gave myself a good treat. Yeah, that's it.
That's necessary.
I gave myself a
that's
good treat.
necessary. Yeah. What's the best thing I bought for myself this year? I don't know. I don't think I bought. I don't think I bought anything for myself. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think there's anything special that I don't think I have. I don't think I bought anything. Like for me, I don't think I bought anything for myself. I'm serious. I don't think so. No. I don't think so. Except people that bought something for me, which I'm going to talk about later. But for me, I don't think I bought anything for myself. Like that's the best thing. No. So.
Well, okay. Maybe we can also. What about maybe the best? Maybe we can talk about someone you really enjoy spending time with.
Someone I really enjoy spending time with is I enjoy spending time with myself. Hey guys, it's not for me that you hear that. I enjoy spending time with myself. I'm not, with myself. Peace. I enjoy my company. I enjoy me and God. Me, myself, and I. We enjoy our company.
Are you sure about that? Is that your last answer?
Guys, I don't know what this man is talking about. Like really, if you no, I enjoy my company, and that's on a period. Sir, who do you enjoy talking to this?
I enjoy talking to myself too. Of course, everyone loves him. Yes, you love yourself. I love myself. So I enjoy spending time with myself. Like I said, this year I gave myself good treats. So I enjoy spending time with myself, talking to myself. Yeah. But most especially, I also have time to talk to friends.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
But and also have someone I talk to.
Yes. Someone you talk to.
Yes.
God is going to give us someone in 2022. Somebody shout amen.
Hallelujah.
God's going to give us someone in 2022. Okay. The new habit I adopted this year.
Yeah.
The new habit I adopted this year. Okay, I think one of the habits I adopted this year was the fact that when I'm facing like a challenge or a difficulty and there are plenty in my head, I take a pen to write them out. Because I realize that like when it's in my head, like I overthink the problem and it becomes bigger, right? It's like it's clouding my memory. So I then write the problems I'm going through and like, okay, this can be solved. Okay, I won't solve this now to the rest of the year. I'm going to do this, and all of that. So that's one habit. Another habit that I did this year is learning to manage my time properly. That's one thing I really gained. When I'm at work, 9 to 4, I give you the attention at work. Once I leave work, don't give me work stuff when I'm doing something else with my life. So work is work, my life is my life. So I don't put that. In fact, I go as far as blocking people. Like for example, my boss is going to watch this, but anyways, no problem. After work, I block my boss because you cannot be giving me activities after work in my house. No. I'm supposed to be doing another thing with my life, so don't do that to me. So I block them. Then when I resume work again the following day, I unblock. That's how I'm doing. Otherwise, my mental health will be at stake because I'm really concerned about my mental health this year. And I will have so much to do and with little action because I will be overwhelmed easily. Wow. So that was one habit. My time management was something that I really did this year.
Wow, awesome.
Yeah, so what about you?
I have 3 habits that I learned this year. One of them is I learned to say no to some certain things because
I learned that in 2020.
To say no because I've come to realize that people abuse privilege.
True.
Yeah. So I learned to say no to some certain things, even to my family, because at a point I start having a lot of problems on myself. My psychology, my brain, everything about me start decreasing. So until I realized that, Francis, it's not everything you can say, yes, I can. But just say, no, I can't do that. I can't. I'm sorry, I can't. There's no harm in saying that. So that's one of the habits I learned this year, to say no to some certain things, but not everything. Yeah. And another thing also, I learned to save more.
Yeah.
Because, when you save more, you know how to manage. Yeah. And the third one is I learned to take my work serious. Yeah, it's a habit. I learned to take my work serious.
A lot of people will not be sincere with saying that.
Yeah, to take my work serious. Because last year and previous years, I wasn't really, because of a lot of challenge, and even to my own self. Sometimes I feel reluctant, but this year I actually learned to take my work serious.
Awesome stuff. That's really amazing. Okay, another question that we'd like to answer today. Guys, we're asking you this question as well. What new habits did you learn in 2021 for you as an individual, or for your family, or for your company? What new thing did you guys do this year? Okay, so another thing is the best book I read this year. I can't remember his name, but the book is about As a Man Thinketh. That's a book, you know, because I don't know, if you've heard me clearly this year, you will know that I've been so much concerned about mindset, mental transformation. It's like I have to like become better than who I was in 2020, you know. So I decided to read the book, and the book was really simple. It was from the Bible. Like, the book was a book, you know, that took principles from the scriptures, from the Bible, and it was this: as a man thinketh in his heart, so he is.
Yeah. Wow.
Not so it will be, or not so it will become, so it is. So you are a product of your thoughts. You're a product of what you're thinking in your mind. So if your mind is thinking wealth, it will not take a while. You attract those things. And see, I practicalize law of attraction. Oh my God, I'm sharing my secret already. I practically, see guys, try this, see. Position your thoughts to think about certain things that you want for yourself, and you attract it. Okay, so I'm going to share this one to help people. Now, okay, so I'm going to share this. Lord, help me share this. Help me share this. Now, do you know that recently this year, immediately after Chatline became 1 year, I started thinking about the fact that I could act a movie, like I could be in a movie. Like I was manifesting that thought. Like, I'm telling you, I was manifesting that. I was like, I could be in a movie. I could be in a movie. I'm telling you the truth. Wow. Because I just felt like, Emmanuel, I've never been in any movie before. I just kept manifesting that thought.
Can you tell us the name of the movie?
The Mechanic is coming very soon.
Wow.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
I
can't wait to watch you.
Coming next one. So, like a couple of months later, you know, Miss Shegun, like the production, the media production for Chatline, just called me. I'm like, okay, I have a shoot, I have a slot for you. I'm like, you know, because that thing was scary to me. Not because I was invited for that, but it was because, like, I just thought of that thing, and I was manifesting it for weeks, for months. I was thinking about it in my heart. So I decided to try that with food. So I started thinking about certain food and gifts as well. I manifested the gifts that I got from people.
Wow.
In fact, there was a particular time I was telling myself that, okay, I don't want to share this one, but there was a time I was telling myself that I was going to attract certain people. And that was how, in fact, that's how, like, if you check my Instagram, I got connected to celebrities just like that. Wow. But it was the law, and you know, that book like just opened my heart to see that as a man thinketh in his heart, so he is. So it just made me learn so much about thinking. I'm sorry I went so much into that, but
it's really nice. It's really nice.
So
I
what?
I learned a lot. And
Did
to
you?
me, I think there's one book I read which is it's about management, and also helped me to understand that. Yeah. At least you need to work above your expectations. You know, sometimes you might think that you can't do this, you can't do that, but when you program yourself, you push yourself that, guy, you can do this. Yeah. But the only thing, just learn the strategy. You'll be able to manage it. So because I've been trying as much as I can, that management, I'm not in line of business, but with the nature of business I'm doing, which is bringing me more into business. So one of the things I should know more is management, because if I'm not able to manage some certain things, it will be a problem for me. And also to know how to work above your expectation. Don't just work below that, let me just end here, but think wide. That's it. And another thing, you know, as age approaches, we think of one of the most important, which is settling down, getting married. So at least I read one book about how to be a good spouse or something. That's like amazing. That. Yeah. So it was really nice, the book, and I will advise you to read it.
Why?
Of course.
Why? Excuse you. So, like, why you? Guys, please watch this. I said 2022 is my year.
Okay.
Like, don't. So you want people to know that I'm single? Like.
You need to read that book, whether you like it or not. You need to read that book so that you can be a good husband.
Hey, Lord have mercy. Okay, so let's just go into something else. The scariest thing that happened to me this year, 2021, was when I got something, and because I did not have the capacity to do that thing, I lost it. And I had to go through the process again to get that thing back. Whoa. You know, so it was like, that thing taught me about being ready, you know, you have to be prepared for the opportunities that are coming your way. You have to be ready for what you're praying for. And that was, you know, something that I really learned today. And, you know, it was very scary because, like, I thought I lost it. I thought it wasn't going to come back again. I thought it was not going to happen again. But God's so good. You know, it came back and it was really helpful. So that's something that I'm really grateful to God for that happened to me this year. So, yes, that was the scariest thing because I had it before and I lost it and I had to apply, you know, for it again to get it back. Wow, so that was something that really happened to me.
Wonderful.
Yeah. What about you?
Well, I would say one of the scariest things that happened to me was still, I don't know why I keep talking about my business, you know.
You're a businessman, so.
Yeah, so one of the things is at a point I thought I cannot continue in my business, you know. I told that in where I'm working as a partner, can I continue? Can I give up? You know, a lot of, they were hard to make decisions.
Yeah.
So, but thanks to God that at the end of everything, I didn't give up, but rather I'm still pushing.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, so we're just going to take these three together. The best gift you've received this year, guys. What's the best gift you've received this year? And the nicest thing you've done for somebody this year. So for me, the best gifts are, not the best, like I received so many gifts. You gave me a bag, a laptop bag. Like I really loved it this year. You gave me a laptop bag, okay? I received an iPhone as a gift this year as well. I received like different monetary items as a gift this year. I received life from God, you know, as a gift this year again, because there are times that, let's not go into that chapter now, but like, I received life from God as a gift this year. I received people, like very good people, because like when I look at who I was last year and the kind of people that I've met this year alone, it's scary. Like I've met amazing people, people that, you know, people look at celebrities and they're just at my beck and call. I'm like, hi, what's up? And they reply my messages and we connect. And, you know, I even had them on my shows. So, like, yes, that's something that I really received this year. The gift of men. Like one of my mentors would put it, the gift of men. So I received a lot of that this year. Yes, so that's then the nicest thing I've done for people was this year, I was able to help people get jobs this year. Yes, I was able to help a lot of people get jobs, write CVs for people, like rearrange their CVs, package it for them. Even one still happened yesterday, you know, and I'm really grateful to God that something I was able to do to watch people grow. You know, I was able to mentor people this year as well, to groom people, help them become better as an individual. So that was something that I did this year that was really amazing, you know, for other people. Yes, that's what I can remember. Prayed for people, helped people, sowed seeds here and there as well. So it was really good. That's what I did. Yes.
Well, I would say same thing. But another thing I would say, one of the nicest things I did this year, at least I was able to put smiles on the faces of people.
Very important.
You know, like last year was a very terrible one. Many people were just thinking, going back home, they cannot sustain, they can't feed. Many lost jobs and everything. But thanks to God that I was able to put smiles
on people's faces.
Yeah,
that's very amazing. Faces. Did you get any gifts this year? Did anybody give you gifts this year?
Of course. Okay. Do you know that I had a surprise birthday?
Yeah, that's so true. We did it.
Yeah, we did it too.
Yeah, with all of us, with all of them.
You,
and those people watching.
I came back from work, relaxing on my couch. All of a sudden, a knock on the door. Woo! Happy birthday! It was a shock.
That's so true.
It was a shock to me.
Yeah, that's so true. That's really amazing. It was really amazing to have that.
Yeah,
it was really amazing to have that. Awesome stuff. Okay. So another thing that I would like to talk about is what was the biggest time waster for you this year? Like something that you did that was not necessary, but that like wasted time. Did you get it? Like something you did that like wasted time. It was not compulsory for you to do that, but you did it like what?
I don't think I had any
of that this year. Like you were really prudent with your time, managing back to back.
Yes.
Awesome.
This year I don't think I had any.
Awesome. Okay, so we're just wrapping up. What are you most grateful for this year? And then we talk about the lessons. What lessons have you learned as far as this year is concerned? Did you learn a new skill, knowledge, or something?
Of course, I would say first one of the I'm grateful to God for life.
Yeah.
Because you know, this year a lot of things happened to me psychologically, emotionally, health-wise. Because I know several times I went to the hospital, though the doctor would tell you nothing is wrong,
but there was something.
But something is wrong.
Yeah.
But I'm grateful to God that still I'm alive,
awesome.
I'm strong,
awesome.
I'm healthy, I'm still going to work.
Yeah.
So that is one. And then I would say one of the things I also learned this year is patience. I learned to be patient.
Yeah.
In some certain things, even though those
True.
things try to crumble, and you have to be patient and stay focused. It's very important. You have to stay focused. Even though you're patient, learn to stay focused. You might be patient, but if you're not focused on that, you will lose it. So I learned to be focused and patient.
Very true. Because for me, also as an individual this year, I had to learn patience. Like there's some things I was like, okay, man, you have to be calm. This would happen, but just be calm through that process. That's really powerful. I also learned that this year. Also this year, I learned more about trusting God.
Of course.
When I say trusting God, I think like everybody has their level, like where you are, your level with God. But like it's like, God, I know you.
And guess what? Do you know that this I don't know if you've come across this which trending caption, what God cannot do
doesn't exist. You do not lie, you do not change. What is that for you to do? It doesn't exist.
When you have that, what God cannot do does not exist.
I don't want to go there. There's a joke that I saw. All those people that are always posting NSPDD. The Lord is your portion. I'm not going to talk about it today. Just let you people go. Okay, so have you made mistakes this year? We're rounding up. Guys, what lessons have you learned this year? What mistakes have you made this year? And if you want to correct them, you can share them in the comment section. We'll definitely talk about it. So what mistakes have you made this year that you want to share? Have you made any mistake? If not, then we'll move on.
Well, I don't think, I would say for this year, no.
Okay.
Because at least last year helped me to prepare for the year 2021. So I'd say this year, I don't think I had any mistake.
Okay. So for me,
what about you?
Yeah, for me personally, I think one of the mistakes I made this year is the fact that I did not make quick use of some opportunities that came my way. Because maybe I felt I was not good enough for those positions. Maybe I felt that I was not ready for those positions. And there's some, I think I said it like when I ministered somewhere else. I was like, God will bless you. I think I've said it here in church too, that your next level will fit you.
You fit you,
I think I said it here. Because like I felt like, I did not deserve some things. I was not ready for some things, and I was scared and I was holding back. But by God's grace, God brought those things back, and I was able to get hold of it. So it taught me opportunities, especially when you're praying to God and asking God for help. God will bring opportunities for your way, and once you know it's from God, take those opportunities and don't be scared. Our pastor is talking about new beginnings. We should be able to step out, and I've had amazing new things that happened to me this year as well. Wow. So that's so powerful. Wow. Really powerful.
That's really nice.
So you want to say something?
Nothing much. Probably we'll go to the last one. What are the right goals for 2022? Because 2022 is here. Okay. So it's here. So what can we say about 2022? Or are we expecting anything? Or we're not ready?
Okay. So for me personally, because of the experience I've had with 2021, I am not setting any goals for 2022. Now, this is me. I don't know about you, but this is me. I'm not setting any goals for 2022. Because when I set goals, for me individually, like I don't know about other people, but when I set goals, it's like God comes and scatters the goals and tells me something bigger. Right? So what I've learned to do is I take my desires. I'm like, God, in 2022, I want to do this. How should we do it? That's what I've been learning to do, because the Bible says that God spoke to Abraham, come, let's reason together. So I'm like, God, this is what I want to do. God, is this allowed? Can we do this year? Because everything I've done in 2021, I did not think I was going to do this. Like I keep saying it to you tomorrow. It was when I was like, God, you have to take the wheel. That's why some certain people came, and God connected me with them. So set goals, have priorities, but submit them to God, and God will definitely direct your path. Yeah. God will direct your path. So think of what do you want to be in 2022? What are the kind of things you want to have? For example, okay, I don't want to say it, but I've been telling myself 2022 is my year for relationship, right? So it's the year that you probably hear me that I'm proposing and getting married and all of that. So that's my target for 2022, and I submitted it into the hands of God. Will it happen? God knows. How it will happen? God knows. And it's going to happen. But that's just what I have, and I've submitted it to God, and I'm sure God will do it. What do you think? Are you setting goals for 2022?
Well, of course, I would say to you, maybe that is the way you plan with God.
Yeah.
But everyone differs.
Yeah, of course.
There are different individuals, but it's good to set goals because setting goals give you the urge. It helps you. It gives you the strength to know what the future holds. Yeah. Because now for me, I believe in 2020, I set goals that this is what I intend achieving in 2021. And to the glory of God, I would say almost everything I set is achieved. Yeah, so it's very necessary, it's very good to set goals. And another thing, know the strategies. Yes, like he said, present you to God. If those things are the will of God, because even God said in Habakkuk chapter 2, write a vision and make it plain. So it's very good that you write down your visions. This is what you intend to achieve in 2022, and then you pray, God, is this your will? Because the most important thing is the will of God to manifest. If it's not the will of God, definitely it will not come to pass. So because God knows how to do good things. So,
Awesome stuff. Okay, so I just feel that I just want to add something to that. Now, there's a difference between vision and goals. Yeah. So, for example, have a vision for 2022. Vision 2022. Very good. So have a vision for 2022, like a mental picture of where at the end of 2022, you are at this place. So have a mental picture. Now, where do goals come in? Goals are the little steps you take towards that vision, right? So let's say in 2022, I have a vision rather to get married in 2022, for example. Now, what goals do I take? I have to get into a relationship. I have to date somebody. I have to court somebody. I have to prayerfully decide if this is a person for me to settle down with. And I have to get married. I have to propose. I have to plan traditional wedding. I have to do the white wedding. I have to do all those things. So those are goals. So you can set like daily goals, weekly goals, monthly goals, quarterly goals to help you towards the vision that you have for yourself in 2022. And of course, the Bible says that God directs the step of men. So God will definitely direct your step towards the right direction, towards achieving the vision you have for yourself in 2022. So go dream, go get the vision, write it down, make it plain, and God will definitely make it happen for you in 2022.
And one thing also, I will advise you, I will encourage you better to say, don't be scared to take a risk in 2022 because life is all about risk. So if you're not ready to take a risk, then don't think of setting goals because you won't get anywhere. Because one thing about risk is if you're ready to take risk, then you're ready to overcome fear. That is one thing. So.
Awesome. And also, when you're doing new things, it's not familiar to you. That's why it's called new things, right? It's something you've not done before. So don't be scared to do those new things. That's the problem. Because sometimes we feel we're not good enough for that position. We feel we don't know it because we've not done it before. But don't be scared to step out into that place that God has made available for you. It's been really amazing.
It's been amazing.
It's really amazing, this conversation. I'm super excited. And guys, please keep your comments coming in the comment section. We'll be live to address the comments. All the questions that we've asked, if you have anything to add, please make sure you have them in the comment section and we'll definitely get back to that. So please introduce yourself again and tell us what you do and let's sign out and we go.
Wow, it's been amazing on this show with Emmanuel Akaiso, who is, I would like to say, the guru. We call him the professor. Of course, you know, Dr. Akaiso, not like, please don't call him Mr. anymore, call him Dr. Akaiso. Amen. So it's been wonderful on this show with Dr. Emmanuel Akaiso. I learned a lot from his experience and to what he has shared today. I still remain Francis Obawike, and I'm glad always to have you on the show.
Okay, thank you everyone. I don't know what he's doing with the title. I totally do not understand what he's doing today, but the Lord bless him and be with him. But it was so amazing to be with my financial advisor. He knows what I'm talking about. This is the person that I ask, should I change from one currency to another? Should I invest in this? So this is one of my financial advisors. It was so nice to be with you. My name is Emmanuel Akaiso. Till we see again next time, maybe in 2022. I think maybe in 20. We'll see you in 2022. I don't know. God decides. We don't know where we don't know. Of course. So, but I think we can wish you Happy New Year. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
In advance.
So, till we see next time. Bye-bye. Bye.